It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Falcons and the Rams on Sunday night primetime.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And up to the 45 before they're able to knock him down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. To throw is Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The quick throw taken in by Diggs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They go play action now. Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So the interception. Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The numbers for Williams a week ago, 15 carries, 67 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, you put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Falcons at 11-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That's taken it around the 40. A beautiful fake. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They'll send a tight end in motion right. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action now. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this throw incomplete. All over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The 20. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
DC, ready? DC.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a toss right to Barkley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A second down throw for Prescott.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. There he goes, offside.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Javonte Williams.
Touchdown, LA.
Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Set to return it. Here's Turner.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Set to return it. Here's Turner.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Jackson on third and long. And it is caught into space at the 45. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter. And
for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now.
Stuffed on Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Barkley again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break out 4th. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Well, that one drops down incomplete.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jalen Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott now.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now receiver in motion left.
They're going to run it with Barkley.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Second down, Prescott.
Got his man, Dell.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years. Play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Third down and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Prescott on 1st down.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
To the right side and caught by Dell.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing, Prescott.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They go play action now. Jackson going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 10. 1:55 remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10.
Here's Dak.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw, Prescott. He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now Dak. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, Barkley able to power through. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Barkley inside handoff. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
One last shot now for Prescott. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now.